Welcome to another Wednesday WOD. Today's workout is a hero workout, a hero WOD. If you're unfamiliar with what a hero WOD is, it's essentially a workout that is dedicated to or in honor of a fallen soldier. This one specifically is in honor of Chief Petty Officer Nate Hardy, who was killed during combat operations in Iraq during Nate's fourth deployment in Iraq with the Navy. Um, the thing with hero workouts is they're named after fallen soldiers. CrossFit has got its start in military training, and it's great to see an organization as big as CrossFit kind of tip their hat to those that have paid the ultimate sacrifice. We hear about a lot of people doing Murph during Memorial Day weekend. Well, there are a lot of hero workouts out there, and another I guess neat thing. Is that this is the kind of stuff that that Nate specifically would have done in his training, or the popular one for Memorial Day weekend, Murph. Lieutenant Michael Murphy would always wear his full suit of armor while he ran a mile, did 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then did another mile. That was his favorite workout. So we're able to train in the same kind of ways that the fallen soldiers have trained. Now, speaking of training, this workout specifically, 20-minute AMRAP, so as many rounds and reps as possible of 2 ring muscle ups, 4 handstand push-ups, and 8 heavy kettlebell swings. You see on the screen there that it says 72 pounds for the men. It is not something that we're going to see in a class format. It's something that we might see in some competitions. A few years back, I want to say 2016 or 2017, we saw this at the CrossFit Regionals, so kind of the first doorway to the CrossFit Games. It's more advanced. So what I wanted to do is actually use this workout to talk about 2 things. Scaling to preserve the desired stimulus here. So how can we scale the movements and still get the same kind of workout? And then also, how does movement efficiency play to still maintain that stimulus? So make sure that we're working the way that we're supposed to be working. So you see here, I think I got roughly like 17 to 18 rounds in the 20 minutes. This should be something that is difficult for you, but at no point are you laying on the floor for 3 minutes gasping for air before you get back up and move on to the next one. So scaling. We've got a video here I'll put on the side and some options that you can do for the ring muscle ups. It should be a total body movement. Ideally, if you've got a whole bunch of equipment, something that is upper body pulling motion, you can see that I'm pulling from underneath the rings, and then I get into that dip position, and then I press out. So an upper body pulling into an upper body pressing. If you don't have that, a great full body movement that you can sub for almost anything is the burpee. So what I've got here on the scaled version is the burpee. And then handstand push-ups. If you don't quite have the balance or the shoulder strength, or the coordination to do a handstand or to do a handstand push-up, you can grab some dumbbells, you can grab any 2 objects and do strict press, you can do push press, anything to go from shoulder to overhead, or you can just turn this into 4 push-ups. Ideally, you would want to make them the most difficult kind of push-up, so having your feet elevated, or doing hand release push-ups where you put your chest on the ground, take your hands completely off, and then put them back down before you complete the push-up. And then, of course, the kettlebell swings. If you don't have kettlebells, you could always do something like cleans with the dumbbells, so going from the ground or even going from your waist up to your shoulders. Or you see here that I do reverse lunges. Kettlebell swings tend to hit hamstrings and glutes a little bit more while it's also taxing your core. So the reverse lunges are going to do the same thing. Not so much of a core workout, but it's going to hit your hamstrings and your glutes or your backside. So this is a great way if you don't have the equipment, or maybe you just don't have the skills to do the muscle ups, the handstand, or if you don't have the strength for the heavy kettlebell, you can absolutely keep the rep scheme the same and kind of whittle it down to these basic movements so that you can continue to move through the reps 2, 4, 8 for the entire 20 minutes. Now, if you do happen to have some proficiency in the movements, so ring muscle ups, handstands, kettlebell swings, or even if you're scaling, the important part to remember is that we're not just choosing something. I should not choose this heavier kettlebell to swing if I cannot move it efficiently. if I am struggling, and you do see me here a couple of times, which I did my best to correct myself, a couple of times I get up on my toes, or the kettlebell pushes me around instead of me pushing the kettlebell around. A couple times I wasn't keeping my my form really, nice and tight while I was on the ring, so you saw it was a little bit more difficult. If you're not, efficiently getting through these movements, it's going to make the movement much harder. It's going to waste a lot of energy. So something that you can really work on is being efficient with your movements. Even simple stuff like air squats, push-ups, pull-ups, like we saw when we did Murph. It can really help you out in the long run if you practice virtuosity, or doing the common uncommonly well. So being very good at the simple things, the fundamentals, will translate over to these more advanced movements, or they will help you maintain impeccable form 18, 19 minutes into these long 20-minute workouts. So a couple of things to keep in mind if you want to hit a workout like this: scale so that you can preserve the stimulus. The stimulus of Nate today is to essentially get a good upper body pull, upper body press, and then a total body workout with the total body maneuver with the kettlebell swing. Do something similar. If you can't do the ring muscle ups, you can't do any muscle ups, or if you just have some trouble with your gymnastics, do a full body movement there. Do a burpee. And then find some upper body pushing to sub out for the handstand work. And then a total body movement, or something that's going to tax your backside, like reverse lunges. Scale to preserve the stimulus. Stimulus just being move for the entire 20 minutes and go around and around in a circle. Get as many rounds as you can. And then, of course, moving efficiently. Make sure that you're practicing safe, efficient movement, full range of motion. We're not compromising form so that we can swing a heavier kettlebell or move some heavier dumbbells. We're making sure our core is nice and tight. I've said it in previous videos. There's a lot of times that you shouldn't approach a barbell when your heart rate is super high and you're breathing heavy. You shouldn't approach a barbell that you're unsure you're going to be able to hit. Same thing here. We should not be jumping up on the rings if we don't think we can do a muscle up when we're tired. We shouldn't be going upside down. We definitely shouldn't be going upside down if you're not sure whether or not you're going to be able to string 4 handstand push-ups together. And then if you can't swing a kettlebell and be in control of it rather than it being in control of you, or it pushing you around, then we have no business swinging it, especially over our head, for the better half of 20 minutes here. So I think I may have miscounted here, but I'm pretty sure I got about 17 to 18 rounds here. Excuse me. So just under around a minute. See what you guys can do. Leave your rounds and reps in the comments. Also, let me know how you guys would scale this. Throw some ideas out there. If you're not sure how to scale it, and you've got a very specific equipment list, let me know. Put something down in the comments and I'll help you out. Have fun. Thanks for watching this, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.